Hi, welcome to my channel, Janelle the Enchantress, and today's pick a card is how are people currently viewing you? So we have 4 piles today. The options are going to be on the screen. Take a few deep breaths, decide which option fits you best, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Hi, pile 1. This is your reading on how people are currently viewing you. So, pile 1, people currently see you as someone who is making significant changes in their life for the better. You all are overhauling a lot of things in relation to your lifestyle, particularly where you live and where you work. Also, I'm picking up that you're changing your diet. And it's not only about the food that you eat, it's also about what you're intaking on a mental and a soul level. There is a stage of purification that you're experiencing now, and people can see you making this transition. There's a certain amount of glow that's coming from you that you didn't have previously, because you're shifting from this mindset of always having to compete. You're shifting from this mindset of always having to overcompensate. You're shifting from a mindset of needing to continuously maximize on everything in order for it to be enough. And instead of seeing situations as being bland or always a work in progress or always needing to be better or be something that is not, you're finally learning to accept situations and people for who they are. And this is because you're finally learning to accept yourself for who you are. So people see that your confidence has risen. People are currently viewing you as somebody who is comfortable with themselves. And therefore, you're allowing other people to be more confident in your presence. They're not as overwhelmed as they once were when they were around you. Some of you all could have a type A personality. Some of you all could work in strenuous industries or very competitive fields. And even if that's not necessarily the type of industry you're in, that's just the approach that you take. A lot of this could come from the way you were brought up. You see yourself as somebody who has always had to lead. You see yourself as someone who's always had to be one step ahead. Because if you drop the ball or if you slow down, nobody else is going to be there to pick up the pieces, or they're always looking at you for the answer or what's next. Some of you all are business owners. Some of you all are shift managers. Some of you all are leads. Some of you all are big sisters, big brothers, older siblings. You have some type of position of authority. And people are currently viewing you as somebody who's sharing the workload. You're sharing the responsibilities. You're finally seeing others as capable. Because now you believe in your abilities. You believe in your capabilities. So you know that, okay, If I give X, Y, and Z a chance to do something that I normally would have taken care of, if things don't go the way I expected them to go, or if things fall short, or they do it a different way than what I would have normally done, then it's okay. I trust in my abilities, and I trust in our abilities to handle the situation. So yes, it's like gaining a deeper trust of yourself has allowed you to gain a deeper trust of people around you. And this is how people are currently seeing you, because they're no longer seeing you as somebody who has a tendency to go overboard, to react in extreme ways, to be pressured, to feel pressure. So for instance, if you tell somebody at home to have dinner ready because you want to spend an extra hour going for a walk or decompressing without rushing into another task, you're comfortable with allowing them to take on that responsibility. You're no longer worried that they're going to waste the groceries. You're no longer worried about them possibly leaving the kitchen a mess. You're no longer worried about them possibly breaking the air fryer. You're no longer worried about them making the dinner and it doesn't taste the way you expected it to be, or it doesn't taste good for anybody in the family. So now everybody's going to bed hungry. Like, you're at this space where you are finally at peace. You're like, live and let live. You know, if it's the absolute worst outcome, then we'll just drink water and fast for the night. We'll just do intermittent fasting. That's always good. Like, you're finally learning how to pull back and not be so extreme in the way you react to situations, or how you handle them, or how you approach them. People are also seeing you as someone who is changing the way you speak to yourself and other people in a more positive manner. It's softer, it's gentler, it's more thoughtful, it's more nurturing. I'm hearing food for thought. A lot of you all could have been just about business. And if it's not about business, it's about your responsibilities. And if it's not about your responsibilities, it's about what you are prioritizing. Or it's about, making sure the house is a particular way. These are all examples. You were always focused on what you thought was most important, which really aligned with masculine energy. So I'm getting it aligned with the examples I was just giving. What's the safe option? And a lot of you all, this is also leading you to balance out some type of habit that you've had. So however you were coping with your emotions when you were in this uptight space, you are now replacing it with healthier habits. So for instance, if you overindulged in drinking, or you overindulged in eating the wrong thing, now you are adding more fruits and vegetables in your diet. Now you are starting to paint. You're even picking up hobbies to fulfill your certain desires that you would have normally paid for. That's another energy that I'm picking up on for some of you. So before, you would have desired for your home to look a particular way. So you're going to purchase from a certain artist instead of picking up a hobby of painting that you've always enjoyed doing. It's like things no longer have to be so exact for you. If you wanted to incorporate certain plants in your home, instead of you purchasing everything already developed, you're starting from the beginning. Yeah, you are learning that it's okay to start over, and this is how people are seeing you. And so now that you're giving yourself the freedom to relax, now that you're giving yourself the freedom to explore the things you're curious about, now that you're giving yourself the freedom to invest in different hobbies or ambitions or certain goals, you are putting yourself in the position to reach your highest aspirations. And so I'm going to get a few more cards to end you off, and then that'll be it. How are people currently viewing Pile 1? How are people currently viewing Pile 1? Financial constraints. How are people currently viewing Pile 1? How are people currently viewing Pile 1? Gatekeeping, phone calls, stockbroker. Okay, Pile 1. So people are also seeing you as somebody who has gotten control of your financial constraints. You've balanced out your basic needs. Yeah, you've balanced out your stability. So now you are able to breathe. Okay, yes, you may have reached out for help instead of trying to do it all on your own. And some of you all have actually started a business, or you have learned how to buy and invest in different streams of income so that you can have some type of wiggle room, so you can have some more freedom in the way you live your life. And because of this, people are seeing that it's doing wonders for your health, your overall well-being. Yeah, you stop being so defensive about your current circumstance, and now abundance is coming in. You stop being so rigid about how you could fix your situation, and instead of feeling defeated, or instead of feeling overwhelmed, you decided to turn that frustration into ambition. You decided to take a chance on yourself and take a chance on other people. Yeah. And so now your manifestations are coming in. Now people are talking about what you do for work, or what you do for extra income, or what you do for a hobby. Or they're talking about what you do for a living. So they're recommending you, or you gotten a recommendation for a job that allows you to relax, that allows you to earn more money, that allows you to have more work-life balance. That's how people are viewing you as well. You have more work-life balance. Like, overall, you're happier. And it's because you decided to communicate. It's because you decide to open yourself up instead of trying to bottle it all within, instead of trying to be strong for everybody, instead of trying to hold it to yourself. And so with that, Power One, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for checking in. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, goodbye. Hi, Pal 2. This is your reading on how people are currently viewing you. So, Pal 2, currently people are viewing you as being surprising. They're currently viewing you as having the shock factor. And this is for multiple reasons. I'm picking up on multiple perspectives. So, initially, or the first energy that I am picking up on is an ex, particularly an ex-lover, someone you were involved with romantically. And this person could have been non-committal. If they were committal, there's something about them that made them hesitate, or it's something about them where they were indecisive about taking things to the next level, or giving you exactly what you desired, or this person was 1 foot in, 1 foot out the door. And this is the type of person who always had an excuse for why they couldn't be what you needed them to be, or why they didn't want to take the next step, or why they didn't want to commit to you, or why they couldn't be the best partner for you. And I'm getting that this person would use excuses like the direction you were going in life didn't align with the direction they were going in, or where you were headed wasn't going to get you to a life of success. A lot of you all have unconventional jobs, or you have an unconventional way of thinking, dressing, living, just operating in the world. Okay, so starseed energy is coming through. A lot of you all are very spiritually gifted. So the way you operate isn't always logical, or it's not always easy to understand why you make the decisions that you make. Or it isn't always easy to understand what you prioritize. Some of you all had a vision for yourself, or there's a particular way that you just want to live your life, or the way you want to operate, the way you want to do things that this ex did not understand. And so from their perspective, you were headed nowhere. And so this is the type of person who is a time waster. And this person caused you a lot of disappointment before you ended that chapter for good. But I'm hearing that it taught you a valuable lesson. Like, it taught you to see a situation for what it was worth. And like, take advantage of opportunities that are available to you. especially when you know that they're in alignment with who you are, what you desire for yourself. Because missing out on them for a frog or for someone who doesn't see your value or your worth is just not worth it. In the end, like, you're the one stuck and stagnant. You're the one who's being poisoned. And then that person can turn around and say, see, I told you I saw the situation clearly. I told you that this person wasn't following a path that was going to lead them anywhere. Or I told you that this person was following a path that wasn't going to lead them anywhere. So how they're currently viewing you now is that you're no longer stuck in your head. And actually, the tables have reversed. So now they're stuck over analyzing the decisions you've made. Yes, because of this person's influence, it put you in a space where you were overthinking what you wanted to do, or you were overthinking what you needed to do for yourself. And this caused a lot of anxiety for some of you all. And it put you in a really toxic place, which is what this person wanted, because with you being crippled and with you overthinking and being anxious about doing what was best for you, it promoted this codependent relationship. And that's how this frog, or this ex, was able to hold on. And so now that you've separated yourself, or now that you all have broken up, or now that you all have disconnected and you've learned from this situation, this person is now experiencing this anxiousness and this overthinking that they once had you in. And since you've left this person, or since you've ended this connection, people are seeing you as someone who has expanded really fast. Like, they're seeing you as somebody. Oh, I'm picking up on this quote from this TV show that I used to watch, where the girl was like, she must be playing Super Mario the way she leveling up. That's the energy that you have, pal, too. Like, people are like, you are completely zooming past where they thought you would be, or where you once were. It almost feels like you've done it in a blink of an eye. And it's like so many new opportunities and so much abundance has come towards you in different forms. And it's so funny, because people are viewing you as somebody who people love doting on. People view you as somebody who people are really sweet towards. But I'm looking at this card, and she's holding a cupcake. And it's like, you're able to live a softer life now, because you're in alignment with what works for you. You're in alignment with your most authentic self. And so you're no longer overthinking. You're no longer worried about fitting into some type of box, or somebody telling you that how you want to live or the decisions that you want to make isn't right, or there's something wrong with it, or it's only going to lead to disaster. And so now that you're able to breathe, now that you're able to be your most authentic self, people are seeing you as being sweet. Like, you are a lot more pleasant than you were in this connection. And this is drawing people in. In particular, this is drawing in a new romantic partner. So the people see you as somebody who has a new lover. And this new lover spoils you. Whatever you desire, whatever you need, whatever you want, they step up to the plate to give you that. And people are witnessing this. How you've, again, completely leveled up. Like, the partner you were with previously and the partner you're with now is like night and day. And if you haven't experienced this yet, it's coming in very soon. Because I'm hearing this person only has eyes for you. And so people see you as somebody who is experiencing not only an abundance of wealth or not only an abundance of money, but an abundance of love, especially after experiencing such a disaster in your past relationship. And I'm getting that because this person was so codependent on you, or you all were so codependent on each other, and you were so anxious and overwhelmed in that connection that it resulted in a lot of chaos and disasters outside of that connection. So it wasn't only affecting your romantic life, it was affecting other areas of your life as well. But people see you as completely leaving that stage behind. That cycle has ended, and you're now with somebody who is secure. You are now with somebody who is sure about you. You are now with somebody who will take care of situations for you instead of pointing out flaws that you may have or shortcomings that you may have or why something is wrong with you. This person adores you. So people see you as experiencing a romance of a lifetime. People see you as being very attractive right now. Particularly your skin. It looks really soft. Your lover feels like it feels soft. Smooth. You're giving smooth. Some of you all are butter pecan complexion. Others of you have like rosy red tint to your skin that people fall for, especially when you blush. Yes, people are seeing you as someone that they like to see happy. And so the happier you are, the sweeter you are, that in turn makes them want to be sweeter to you because they fall in love. Like I'm seeing you say something to your partner and then they respond in a way or they do something that makes you blush. And then because you're blushing, this person wants to do even more. Oh, now I'm seeing that TikTok where somebody said, point of view, when you ask him for $20 and he sends you $100, like this is that type of energy. It's almost as if I love how I'm rewarded for treating Pal too well, so I'm going to continue to invest in this connection. Yeah, you're dating somebody who's really stable and somebody who sees you as their wish fulfillment. It sees you as their dream girl, dream guy. And they see you as being very sexually compatible, almost to the level where it blows their mind. This person has to manage how they feel about you, because if they get carried away, like they would be too ungrounded to take care of their day-to-day responsibilities. This is how this person feels about you. And this is how this person is viewing you. Like, I got to take a breather. I got to take a step back. Or I got to ground myself. I got to go outside and touch some grass because Pal 2 blows my mind. Yeah. Your new partner sees you as somebody that they have to be mindful of, not because they see you as someone who will take advantage of them, or not because they see you as someone who is dangerous, but it's because when they're engaged in your connection. And when they're around you, they start to become unfocused, unaware of their environment, inattentive to the day-to-day responsibilities and the grind. Like, the only thing they want to focus on is connecting with you. The only thing that they want to focus on is your romantic relationship. The only thing that they want to focus on is you in that moment. Like, whatever else is happening, whatever issues that they have to deal with, reality just tends to fade away. And so this is how people are currently viewing you, and particularly your new boo or your new romantic partner that's coming in. If they're not already there, this is how they're seeing you, as somebody who has the ability to make them feel this way. Oh, you know, the channel song that I'm getting for you, Pal 2, is Never Too Much by Luther Vandross. This person starts to feel like, who wants to go to a 9-to-5? Who wants to work? Who wants to deal with day-to-day reality? Who wants to deal with drama? Who wants to deal with current events? Who wants to deal with politics? Who wants to think about anything else outside of Pal 2 and pleasing you? Because in return, Pal 2 pleases me beyond measure. So this is how you're being viewed, as very pleasurable. They see you as being out of this world on multiple levels. And they shocked that you even exist. And others are shocked that you even had the capability to draw in and attract the life that you've made for yourself. And so with that, Pal 2, I'm going to leave it there. I thank you for stopping by. Thank you for checking in. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, goodbye. Hi, Pal 3. This is your reading on how people are currently viewing you. So, Pal 3, people are viewing you as someone who currently regrets dealing with somebody you trusted. A lot of you all, this is a King of Pentacles. So this is a business owner or someone who you thought you could trust in your community, or someone who acted as a mentor. Others of you, this is a father figure. Some of you all, this is like, if it's not your father, it's an uncle or a cousin. Someone who is in an authoritative position, someone that people look up to, someone that you looked up to, someone that you trusted. And people are seeing you as someone who is finally seeing the truth about this person. You're seeing through the facade. So this person presents themselves to be somebody who is very professional. They present themselves as someone who has their ducks in a row, as someone who is orderly, somebody who is trustworthy, somebody who has set rules and regulations that they follow. I'm also getting certain documentation. So some of you all are being seen as someone who finally looked at the fine print, or you got hold of some type of document that told you the truth about who this person was. When you first started interacting with this King of Pentacles, you were very loyal to them. You were very happy about being in their presence. You admired this person. But the more you got to know this person, the more you realize how dishonest they were. How much they lacked integrity. How much they were doing was all for show. Some of you all could have trusted this person based on their word initially. Some of you all went off a blind faith just because of this person's reputation or how you viewed them. In the beginning, even if you had a small inkling, or even if something didn't make sense to you, you trusted whatever explanation that this King of Pentacles gave you. You didn't protest. You didn't put up a fight. You didn't speak up. You let them handle everything. You let them take care of all the responsibilities until you started to mature, or until you started to learn more, either about your family dynamic, or learn more about whatever business you all were involved in together, or whatever career that this person is connected to you, or whatever capacity this person is connected to you in. But a lot of you all, it has to do with either your family, or it has to do with something regarding your finances and career. But either way, this is somebody that you looked up to as a mentor. Somebody who you could believe in. It's like the way you saw this person is not who they genuinely were. And people see you as finally being able to, I'm hearing seeing through the looking glass. They're viewing you as someone who's seeing through the looking glass. Because now you see the person that this person tries to hide. It's like who they really are behind their representative. Yeah, this King of Pentacles is their representative. This is not who they truly are. In your interactions or your dealings with this person, some type of way, they've robbed you of something unjustly. Something that you needed. Something that was rightfully yours. And it's different for those of you all who are in different scenarios, but this person acted unethically. And so bit by bit, people are seeing you re-examining what you believe in. Like, do you believe in the agenda that this industry is pushing? Do you believe in these standards that this profession or career says that you have to stand by? Do you believe in the rules that this father figure has set for your family? Do you believe in the way that they told you that you have to live your life, in the standards that they've set for you? You're analyzing if they're even living by these standards themselves. I'm hearing twisted stories. This person twisted a lot of stories, a lot of half-truths, a lot of lying by omission, a lot of telling the situation completely different from the way it actually is. People are seeing you as someone who is looking past the perks that comes with being connected to this person. This person could be a lot of fun. And if they're not fun personally, or if you don't have a good time in their presence, but I'm getting a lot of you all do, they just offer a lot or bring a lot to the table. So you could go to a lot of events because of who this person is or who they're connected to. You could be the fan favorite because you're seen as working with them or being their mentee, or you're the favorite sibling, or you are the niece or nephew or the cousin that this person has invested in. So now people see you as special. Some type of way your affiliation with this person brought you a lot of happiness. But I just heard it was fleeting. And this is how people are currently viewing you now. Like, now that you see the reality of the situation, now you see everything that comes with what this person has to offer. You're wondering if it's worth it. And people that know about this are viewing you as somebody who is going through this trying time. It's like people are viewing you as somebody who is stressed out, or you're worried. When previously you were in a happy-go-lucky mind state, when previously you were going through a more lighthearted experience in life, they see you as somebody where the walls are crashing, or the walls are closing in. And somebody who is brave enough to push through it. I'm hearing you're taking matters into your own hands. So a lot of you all are stepping into this space where you're speaking out. You're calling this King of Pentacles out. You're gaining knowledge for yourself. You're taking action to get the information that you need, to put yourself in the position that you need to be in without relying on this person, to gain your autonomy back. Yeah, they see you as somebody who's speaking up, who's taking leadership over your life, and no longer putting it in the hands of this King of Pentacles. No longer looking at somebody else to make decisions for you. No longer looking at somebody else to be the expert. You're becoming the expert yourself. And so I'm going to pull more cards for you. How are people currently viewing pile 2? Or excuse me, pile 3. How are people currently viewing pile 3? Caring connections. Yeah. What you once deemed as a caring connection, you're now seeing it as a trap. You're now seeing the imbalance in this connection. Like, you're now seeing the power dynamic for what it is. And you're recognizing that this person used it to their advantage while they were distracting you. Some of you all with trinkets, others of you with a good time, others of you with opportunities, others with just this way of trying to make you feel or believe, and particularly in a way where they made you believe or led you to believe that they know best. I know what's best for you. I know the ins and outs of this situation better than you do. Listen to me. How are people currently viewing pile 3? How are people currently viewing pile 3? They see you as somebody who is deciphering what path you want to go down. They see you as somebody who is contemplating your options. They see you as somebody who's possibly trying to figure out when you're going to make a break for it. Meaning when you're going to leave this dynamic or how you leave this dynamic, they see you as somebody who's being very contemplative. Not only that, but you're being more calculated. Some of them see you as someone who needs to be more calculated because of the environment you're in or because of the dynamic you're involved in or who you are around. How are people currently viewing Pal 3? Appreciation. Yeah, but they still see you as somebody who appreciates everything you've worked for thus far. You appreciate the good times that you've had. You appreciate the memories you've made. You appreciate the connections you have or where you are in this family dynamic or in this career or in this industry. And so you're just in the space of figuring out how you're going to make your next bet the best bet. Like, how are you going to proceed going forward so that it'll open up more doors for you instead of shutting you out of opportunity. Like, people see you as someone who's not willing to throw in the towel. They see you as someone who is not willing to burn every bridge. They see you as someone who is not willing to destroy everything you've worked to build. Although you may be disappointed about not knowing the real reality of this situation, that doesn't mean that you want to just give in completely or give it all up. So people see you as, like I said before, making intelligent decisions, being wise about your next action, being strategic, or needing to be smart about how you move next. Almost as if you need to balance out the light and the dark side of you. You need to balance out, whether you're masculine or feminine, you need to balance out the dark feminine within you with the light feminine with you. And the same if you're masculine, because you're not willing to let everything that you've gone through be in vain. You're not willing to be temporarily happy. Or like whatever you worked towards was just a temporary success, and now you're a has-been, or now you no longer are in a position to move forward. Now you've completely shot yourself in the foot just because you recognize who this person was, or you recognize what's behind the veil, what's beneath the veil. People are seeing you as someone who was vulnerable, and now you're doing what you need to do to be more resilient. Now you're doing what you need to do to protect yourself, to have a peace of mind without losing it all. I just keep getting that. And now I'm hearing that Jay-Z song, or a lyric from a Jay-Z song, I will not lose. Now you're in a position where you're making yourself into who you want to be instead of allowing somebody else to mold you. And so with that, Power 3, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for checking in. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, goodbye. Hi, Pal 4. This is your reading on how people are currently viewing you. So people are seeing you as someone who is attracting sincere people, attracting friends who support you after leaving a group of people who you thought were friends, but you realized they were fake friends all along. Some of you all, this could have been regarding your workplace. This could have been co-workers. Others of you, they aren't necessarily your co-workers. They were just friends who were hidden enemies. And either way, it was regarding finances. It's so interesting because I feel like abundance, wealth, and finance was a common theme throughout each pal. And so you all are either in a space where you all are discovering truths about yourself, or you're discovering truths about other people. But either way, it's all connected to your money, your abundance, your wealth. And so the current view of you, Pal 4, is that you had some hidden enemies or fake friends who lied about what you did for work or what you did at work. So depending on if these are your coworkers, they lied about something regarding the job. And for people who didn't necessarily work with you, they still lied about what you did for work, how you make a living. Some of you all, they could have said that you do things that were dishonest or deceitful or corrupt in order to afford a luxurious lifestyle. Some of you all, they could have said that, trigger warning, that you were prostitutes. And this is because these people saw you leveling up or building over time. And it's like, the more they watched you, the more you continue to expand and build upon your foundation or where you were initially. It's like somebody starting off throwing one ball, and then they look up and next thing you know, you're juggling two balls, and then they look at you again and you're juggling three balls, and then they look at you again and you're juggling three balls while riding a bicycle. It's like, the more they saw you expand, the more they saw you level up your lifestyle, the more they saw you tap into your creativity, the more pressure they felt. It's like watching you use your time wisely made them feel the pressures of getting older. Others of you all, you started to distance yourself because you were spending more time on what was important to you. Again, you were prioritizing whatever you do for a living or whatever it is that makes you happy, whatever hobby or career you were involved in. And this stressed these people out because they saw you as someone who was special, meaning only you could achieve what you were achieving. Only you could do it. They weren't looking at it as, if Pal 4 can do what they set their mind to, if Pal 4 can go after their dreams, if Pal 4 can try, if Pal 4 can develop their skills over time, then so can I. No, they took the opposite approach. Instead of being inspired, they turned spiteful. And so people are currently viewing you as somebody who's had to deal with the aftermath of this. And you completely change your circle of friends. You all could have made this shift in 2020 or after 2020. And so when you recognize these people's true colors, you went a while where you were disconnected from other people because you were in a space where you wanted to work on yourself. You were in a space where you wanted to heal. You were in a space where you wanted to use your time and energy to blossom, to level up, to pour into yourself without feeling guilty and without somebody else feeling offended about it, and without you having to worry about whether or not you need to watch your back, without feeling as if you have to shrink yourself in order to protect yourself from hidden enemies and people with built up animosity, without having to evaluate whether or not somebody had a crab in a barrel mentality. And so how people are currently viewing you now is that it took a while for you to start opening up again, but now you're reaching out to people. Now you could be FaceTiming people. Now you could be popping out on social media. Now you could be sending DMs, or you could be answering people's phone calls after going a while where they were blocked, or ignoring people's calls. You're just more open, and people are seeing that you're more comfortable with relating to others. And you're coming across as having a fresh view of friendships, a fresh view of partnerships. You came across as being afraid of other people, being scared of your wings being clipped. But now people see you as completely out of that phase. And they recognize it's because you've made so much progress that you're not even worried about your blind spots. You're not even worried about who you're not seeing clearly. Yeah, because now I'm looking at this water, and from a distance, you may not be able to see what's beneath a body of water. But as you get closer, as you submerge yourself into it, you can see everything that's going on beneath the surface. And so this is how people are currently viewing you, as if you're finally coming to the realization that the only way that you'll be able to see what people are truly about, and the only way you'll be able to understand whether or not somebody is here to serve your highest good or not, is if you take the time to explore that connection, or you take the time to look into who they are, what they have to offer. And you recognize that the power is in your hands with this Nine of Pentacles and this Nine of Cups. Because you know what you want and what you do not want, and the qualities that make up the type of people that you want in your life. You can automatically give it an acceptance or a denial. You can automatically say, yes, I want to continue to develop this connection, or no, I'll pass. And so people are currently viewing you as being in a state of exploring what other people have to offer. Like, you're recognizing that you don't have to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Like, everybody is not going to be a part of the problem. Some people are a part of the solution. And now that you're more open, you're attracting people who mean you well. You're attracting people with the golden retriever personality. I'm going to pull some more cards for you. How are people currently viewing Pile 4? How are people currently viewing Pile 4? Oh, Pile 4. I'm hearing that song. No bars, but particularly the line where she's like, what you working with? Right now, people are viewing you as somebody they're interested in understanding what you're working with. Like, what do you have going on? How do you spend your day? Who are you interested in? What are you interested? What do you like? What do you don't like? Where do you like to spend your time? I just heard, can I come with? How are people currently viewing Pile 4? Okay. You are analyzing how you approach your different connections. You are analyzing how you develop your relationships. So instead of being 100% open, you are coming across as friendly, but people are still recognizing where your boundaries are in place. So although you seem like you're open to talking with people again, although you seem as if you're open to lighthearted jokes, meeting new people, they can still see that you have boundaries set in place. You still have certain information about yourself that is under lock and key. And people have to earn a stable position in your life to get past that barrier. A lot of you all have written out or you've journaled about the experiences that you've had, and you've expressed explicitly what made you uncomfortable in those connections, what made you uncomfortable about those people and about those circumstances and situations with them. So now it's like set in stone. It's almost like you set up a contract for your life about the people that you will not allow to enter in, because you've already explicitly expressed that you do not like that or that you do not want that. This is why the power of the word is so important. Not only what you speak out, but what you write. Because your energy is very clear about what you're open to. You're no longer just taking the lot in life you were given. So you're no longer just taking the friendships or the connections you had since you were in elementary school because you also happen to live in the same neighborhood, because you all just so happen to be in the same community, just because you so happened to know their parent and their parent knew your coach, or however the circumstances are that you met certain people. You're like, just because I meet you, that doesn't mean you qualify to be in my life. That doesn't mean that you bring value to my world. And people are seeing you as somebody who is being quite particular. You know what you want. You know what you desire. And you're not settling for anything less. Yeah, you're not allowing, particularly people who are envious of your confidence, people who are envious and jealous of your desire to go after more for yourself. You had a major issue with people who were blinded by your light, blinded by the faith you had, not only in yourself, but in the universe, blinded by the hope you had for more, blinded by your drive to improve, not only yourself, but your circumstances. You have people who are Debbie Downers. People who thought that being in first place in their life wasn't possible. People who felt like they would always be second best. So who were you to feel like you could be anything else above that? And because they felt like they were second best, they automatically took offense to you going above and beyond. It's almost like you focusing on what was best for you, or you focusing on your dreams, automatically translated into what you think you're better than me. You're currently being viewed as somebody who's just not accepting distractions, and especially in the form of other people. How are people currently viewing Power 4? Yes, and people who have gone through similar experiences as you, or they are looking to attract balanced relationships as well. They're seeing you as someone who is on the same wavelength as them. They're seeing you as someone who speaks their same language. Yeah, they're seeing you as somebody who has worked through the trauma of your old connections, your old relationships. So now you would be able to recognize that you all are compatible. They're seeing you as somebody who would be open to their advances if they're interested in you romantically, or open to you all connecting as friends, like mutual attraction, mutual like. On the flip side, you're attracting a new type of enemy, and bear with me, don't click off. But we know that life is not always sunshine and rainbows. So there are always going to be people out there who have a opposing or polar opposite energy to yours. But these people are on your level, so they feel as if, and they see you as someone who is to be respected. Like, yes, they see you as competition. Instead of them seeing themselves as being second best, they see themselves as being top tier. They see themselves as being top notch. So they should be in competition with somebody who is on that level as well. I'm getting iron sharpens iron. So these people who Would be your enemy see you as somebody who is worthwhile? I'm getting like a fair fight. Yes. So people who would be your enemies see you as a fair fight. And it's almost as if they get into a space, or if they have an opportunity to be competitive against you, they want a fair fight. These aren't the type of people who are going to lie on you. These aren't the people who are going to participate in underhanded methods or shady practices in order to get one over. They're looking for a fair fight. They're looking for the right place, the right time, the right opportunity to just confirm that they are who they know they are. So yeah, people are currently viewing you with admiration and respect. They're seeing you as somebody who's valuable as a friend, valuable as a romantic partner, and even valuable as an adversary. And so I'm going to leave it there, Pal 4. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for checking in. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, goodbye.